We understand more about the universe than ever before, but some space myths continue to mislead many of us. These myths often sound plausible, making it harder to separate fact from fiction. Today, we're diving into 5 space myths and busting them with scientific facts. From black holes to the sun's real color, these truths might surprise you. Myth number 1. Black holes suck everything. The idea that black holes suck everything around them into a cosmic void is a common misconception. Movies and TV shows often depict black holes as terrifying vacuums in space that swallow everything nearby. While black holes do have intense gravitational forces, they don't actively suck matter into their core. In fact, black holes behave like any other massive object in the universe. Objects near a black hole don't get pulled in unless they cross a boundary known as the event horizon. Once inside this boundary, even light can't escape. But far from the event horizon, a black hole's gravity behaves just like that of any other object. If our sun were suddenly replaced by a black hole of the same mass, Earth's orbit wouldn't change at all. We wouldn't be pulled in, life would go on just without sunlight. In essence, black holes don't actively suck in matter unless objects get too close. Even then, they don't vacuum the universe. Their gravitational pull is just stronger than most other objects in space. The further away you are from a black hole, the weaker its pull. So black holes aren't as terrifying as they are often portrayed. Myth number 2. Earth is closer to the sun in summer. This next myth is surprisingly common. Many people think Earth's seasons are caused by our planet being closer to the sun in summer and farther away in winter. This makes sense at first glance. If Earth was closer to the sun, it should be hotter, right? However, the real reason for the seasons lies not in Earth's proximity to the sun, but in its axial tilt. Earth's orbit around the sun isn't a perfect circle. It's slightly elliptical, but the variation in distance is minimal. In fact, during the northern hemisphere's winter, Earth is actually closer to the sun than in the summer. The reason we experience warmer weather in the summer is due to Earth's tilt. As Earth tilts on its axis, different parts of the planet receive more or less direct sunlight throughout the year. When the northern hemisphere is tilted toward the sun, we experience longer days and more direct sunlight, which increases temperatures, resulting in summer. Meanwhile, the southern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun, leading to shorter days and less sunlight, creating winter. So, the tilt of Earth's axis, not the distance to the sun, causes the seasons. Myth N3. The sun is a burning ball of fire. One of the most widespread space myths is the idea that the sun is a giant ball of fire. This isn't entirely accurate, though it makes sense considering the sun's heat. Fire, as we know it on Earth, requires 3 things to burn: fuel, heat, and oxygen. The sun has fuel, mainly hydrogen, but space is a vacuum, and there's no oxygen for traditional combustion. So, if the sun isn't burning like a massive campfire, how does it produce heat and light? The answer lies in nuclear fusion. Deep inside the sun, hydrogen atoms are fused together to form helium under immense pressure and temperature. This process releases vast amounts of energy in the form of heat and light, which powers the sun. Every second, the sun converts 700 million tons of hydrogen into helium, producing the heat and light that make life on Earth possible. In reality, the sun is a massive nuclear reactor, not a burning fireball. The light we see and the warmth we feel come from this ongoing nuclear fusion, which has been happening for billions of years and will continue for billions more. So next time someone refers to the sun as a ball of fire, you can correct them with the scientific facts. Myth number 4. The asteroid belt is extremely dangerous. If you've ever watched a science fiction movie, you might have seen spaceships dodging and weaving through densely packed fields of asteroids, just barely avoiding collisions. This gives the impression that the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter is a dangerous and crowded place. But in reality, the asteroid belt is mostly empty space. While the asteroid belt does contain millions of rocks, they are spread out over an enormous area. The average distance between asteroids is hundreds of thousands of miles. NASA's spacecraft have flown through the asteroid belt multiple times without any issues. The idea that spaceships must skillfully avoid asteroids is pure fiction. In fact, if you were flying through the asteroid belt, you'd be hard-pressed to see an asteroid, let alone hit one. Space is vast, and even in the asteroid belt, collisions are rare. While there is some risk from smaller dust particles in space, The Hollywood depiction of the asteroid belt as a chaotic danger zone is far from reality. Myth number 5. The sun is yellow. Have you ever drawn the sun as a yellow circle? Most people think the sun is yellow because that's how it looks from Earth. However, the sun isn't actually yellow, its true color is white. The sun emits all wavelengths of visible light, which combine to form white light. So why does it look yellow? The yellow appearance of the sun is due to Earth's atmosphere. As sunlight passes through the atmosphere, shorter wavelengths like blue and violet scatter, which is why the sky appears blue. What's left is mostly yellow and red light, making the sun look yellow from our perspective on Earth. At sunrise and sunset, the effect is even more pronounced, causing the sun to appear red or orange. But if you were viewing the sun from space, without Earth's atmosphere filtering the light, you'd see the sun as it truly is, a bright white star. So, while the sun may appear yellow to us, it's actually shining in all its white light glory. Space is full of wonder, but also misconceptions. From black holes to the color of the sun, the myths we've busted today help clear up some of the most common misunderstandings about the universe. As science advances, we continue to learn more about the cosmos, separating fact from fiction. Keep exploring and stay curious as we continue to unravel the mysteries of space.